Good evening, Lizzie Boys, and welcome back to my channel. Originally, I was going to make another review today, but once again, not really feeling like it, so instead we're going to be making my top 5 least favorite G2 Monster High dolls. I've done extensive research, and by that I mean I went through the Monster High merch website, mh-merch.com, and I picked the dolls that I thought were the ugliest. But, right off the bat, I'm gonna say that while factoring this, I did leave out some of the cheaper dolls that have been released. Let me show you which ones I mean. Like, I didn't feel like it would be fair to include these two, for instance, because they're just completely unarticulated. They were only $5 when they came out, came with nothing. Pretty much their only removable accessory is their skirts, so I just left these two off the list, and pretty much any subsequent releases that resembled these, I'm trying to pick out the ones that were more sold for at least $12 to $15 to $20 price points. So these two were left off. They 100% would have been number one if I didn't leave them off, but yeah. So basically this is my top 5 least favorite G2 Reboot Monster High tier list. Well, not really a tier list, more like a countdown, because it's a top 5 thing. So 5 is less egregious, and number 1 is my all-time least favorite G2 Reboot doll of all time. So with that, let's get started with number 5. So starting us off in 5th place, we have Cleo's Basic. I don't like the direction they took this doll in. Her color scheme is just an absolute disaster. I'm really glad in G2 they managed to iron her color scheme. Why did I say G2? G3. In G3, they managed to iron out a good color scheme for Cleo and stick to it, because this doll is all over the place. I don't like this yellowish gold that they picked for her. It's a little too on the yellow side, kind of looks like a mustardy yellow with a metallic edge almost. It's weird. I don't like the green, and I don't like the royal blue for her shoes either. Those 3 colors for her outfit are just so not cohesive whatsoever. The only color that's kind of cohesive with the rest of her design is the blue of her shirt, because her eyes are the same color and that's it. You only find that blue in 2 places on her. The darker colors on her shorts, pants, what are those? On her mummy short things, the darkest color on that kind of resembles the blue of her shoes, but not enough to justify that blue being there. So, I don't know. I feel like 5th place is an appropriate spot for this doll. Plus, I do have a little minor bit of attachment to her because I used to own her, but I honestly forgot I did until people were commenting, oh, you reviewed G2 Cleo and now you're reviewing G3 Cleo, and I was like, oh, I guess I did have her at one point. So, yeah. 5th place. In 4th place, we have the ice cream 4-pack. I decided to group these together because it's a bundle of 4 dolls. I never personally saw this 4-pack, but I don't know. I feel like this was one of the parts of the reboot where they were trying a little harder, because unlike the first dolls that I said were disqualified, these ones have removable shoes and fully removable outfits, which is why I'm differentiating them. So these dolls are somewhat still intended to be fashion dolls. They even have knee articulation, just their arms aren't articulated at all. I just think it looks lazy. Draculaura has a cute dress in theory, but it's ruined by that yellow collar piece. Frankie, cute dress in theory, but not really. Cleo's purse is reused. They all have reused purses, which is actually interesting to see that they were given purses. I'd say of this pack, I maybe like Claudine the most, but overall, this is just one of those releases that was kind of uninspired. Feels like they were just making whatever and slapping the Monster High name on it, and I think this is a good example of that. So, yeah. The art's kind of cute, though. I will admit the art in the corner of the package is kind of cute. Next up, in 3rd place, for my least favorite G2 dolls, we have this Draculaura. Honest to God, I do not remember the name of this line, but they replaced their pets with these weird, non-monstery things at all, and this Draculaura is just particularly ugly to me. Okay, so the dress would be cute, I feel like it just needs something more, like a coat or something to finish off the look. But the blue shoes and the random blue accents in the skirt and the blue bracelet and the heart on her cheek being blue just doesn't work for me. Something weird that G2 really wanted to do was add a new color to every single character's color schemes. Like to starting with their main outfits, like Cleo got green. Claudine also got green. Draculaura got blue. Frankie got yellow, I think. And Laguna got pink. Like they all got... No, Laguna always had pink. You know, I think the reason we don't hate Laguna's G2 design as much is because they didn't add a new unnecessary color to it. But, like, they were just really trying to make Draculaura in blue happen, but the shade of blue they picked was just so ugly that we got dolls like this. So, yeah, definite pick for third place. I don't like this doll. Coming up next in fourth place, we have Monster Family Cleo. At least I believe that's what doll this is. I don't like the Monster Family line as a whole. So I left out all the little siblings because I feel like that's unfair. Like all of Claudine's unnecessary siblings like Barker Wolf, Weredith Wolf, Paula Wolf again, Packlin Wolf. Jesus, they made 3 Weredith Wolves. Who the fuck is Weredith? So I left out the Monster Family line, but I feel like this Cleo needed to be included. She was packaged with her non-existent siblings, Lux Denial and Sandy Denial, who were like a little toddler boy and a baby, respectively. And this Cleo is just boring. Once again, the color scheme is just not Cleo at all. The only thing I kinda like is the shoe mold. That's it. I don't like anything about this doll. I don't like her hairstyle. Cleo looks weird without bangs most of the time. Like, I feel like G2 makes it work well enough, but here it's just bizarre. This also just doesn't look like Cleo at all. I can't see this as Cleo. So, yeah, fourth place. I really don't like this doll. I feel bad that most of this list has been Cleo, but she was done terribly in this generation. So as usual, we are now on to the honorable mentions. Grab onto something. There's a lot of them. So our first honorable mention is Ghoul to Fish, Ghoul to Mermaid, Laguna. I don't remember what this one's called, but she's one of the transformation dolls, and the outfit that she transforms from is just so bad. I don't mind the transformation so much, it's just that the base outfit is ugly. It's so ugly. It looks like she's wearing a beach towel. Like, it's just bad. It's, like, kind of cute the way it looks like a scarf wrapped around her head, but that's it. Everything else is just awful. Next up is Lots of Looks Draculaura. This one was left off the list because I kind of like the yellow dress with the vampire fangs all over it. That's cute. But once again, they're really trying to make Draculaura in blue happen, and it just doesn't fucking work. Her other pieces are just bad. She looks geeky with those suspenders. She looks like a loser. They gave her blue glasses. What a fucking idiot. I'm having too much fun with this video. But, yeah, I like the purse that she comes with. I like the yellow dress with all the pink fangs and stuff on it. Those are cute pieces. That's it. I also like the reused pink heel mold because some Draculauras with those shoes happen to be some of my favorite ones. Like, I like Music Festival and I like Killer Style. So seeing those is fun. Lots of Looks Frankie also falls under this, mostly because I don't like any of their pieces here. Sorry, I'm in the habit of just calling Frankie they, them constantly, so just bear with me. I know that G2 and G1 Frankie use she, her, but I'm just gonna say they, them for every version of Frankie now. So, I like both pairs of the shoes that Frankie has on this doll. Those are cute. I guess I kinda like the shirt with the collar. And it looks like it's a vest. Like, that's kind of cute. The silver accessories that they come with here are cute. I just don't like the dress that they're wearing. I don't like those pants. I don't like that tank top. And I don't like those shorts or that skirt. So, I don't know why this one was left off the list, honestly. But, you know. So, I gotta grab the rest batch of honorable mentions. In our next batch, we have Ballerina Ghoul's Monica as well as Cleo. I don't like the molded on leggings on these dolls. That's one of the main draws that makes me hate them. The shoe molds were interesting, but also this line was just weird. It doesn't feel very monstery, which was a big complaint that everyone had with G2, but I just don't like these two in particular. Ballerina Ghoul's Draculaura is fine with me. I kind of like her, which is why she's not on the list, but I just feel like these two are especially bad. I don't know. Putting Monica in this line especially feels random, so... And I just don't like when they put Cleo in red, which is why another honorable mention I have, who was so close to being number one, by the way, is... What is this line called? Electrified. Electrified Cleo. This doll was so close to being number one. I just fucking hate the red in her hair. I hate the red shoes. I just hate everything. She's so ugly. I feel bad saying it because, like, the molding on some of her pieces are so good. It's just that the Electrified line was so unnecessarily bright. There was just too much going on with it, and I feel like this Cleo is a perfect example of why I don't like that line. So she was gonna be... I just burped. She was gonna be my number one, but another doll just beat her out because I hated that one so much more. So, yeah, this is our final honorable mention. Let's move on to number one. Before we move on to number one, let's have a quick countdown, reminding us what the order has been so far. 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally, number one, Ghoul to Bat V2 Draculaura. Did you know that they made a second version of Ghoul to Bat Draculaura and she was really fucking ugly? Because that's who this doll is. So, V1 Ghoul to Bat Draculaura featured a largely black and white color, not black and white, black and pink with hints of white color scheme. This doll just shat all over that, I guess, and they just shat all these colors all over. They put blue and pink on her, and it just looks awful. I especially hate the section of her hair that's black and yellow instead of black and pink. It just looks horrible. It's like they picked the ugliest shade of yellow known to man for her hair. It doesn't even match the yellow on her wings or on the bottom of her skirt. It's just like, why? Ugh. I just, like, when I saw this doll, I was like, no, this needs to be number one. This doll is so bad. She's just so ugly. She's so ugly. I don't like the transformation ghouls. I'd say my favorite of the three that they made, or four if you count V2 Draculaura as a separate doll, which I guess you should. My favorite is probably the Claudine. I didn't put her on the list because I actually kind of like that one. So yeah. Sorry if this is underwhelming and you wanted to see me shit on the unarticulated ones. Here, I can make fun of them right now. Poopy. Ugly. Bad. There, see, I did it. So, yeah. That's about it from me. Let me know if you guys have another suggestion for a top 5 video. I like making these, and, yeah. As always, thank you all so much for watching. This video was, as usual, fun to make. I really like making top 5s and sharing my opinions with you guys. So, yeah. I'd love to make this style of video for G3, but there aren't enough G3 dolls out yet for me to, so, yeah. Yeah. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!